2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. This one looks like it'll safely make the green.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick, ended up in the rough.
I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And as we head to the second tee, the first of the par fives, and as we talked about, you've got to get off to a great start at Pebble Beach.
Absolutely, a par five that almost every player should be able to reach into. Just avoid the bunkers right and left, and you're going to have a clean shot into a very narrow green.
Rich, what kind of mojo do you think this player's got after winning in their last start?
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
Will he be able to get out of this one?
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
A good look at a birdie here. Ouch, that hurts. 11 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
That gets the job done. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. Next up is this par 4 hole. That's a good-looking shot there. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
And choosing the 8-iron here. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. But not a bad approach. He'll be putting. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Par putt coming up here. Yeah, he'll take that. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Rich, we get our first look at the beach here at Pebble Beach. This fourth is a short one, but beguiling.
It is just around a 325-yard mark. Most players tend to lay up and just have a wedge for their second. However, the big sticks, they can go ahead and take a rip at it, but beware, the beach lurks closely down the right-hand side.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Time for the second shot here at the fourth. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. This one started out on a good line. Wonderful shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. He's currently sharing 8th position. The 5th hole, Rich, the first of the par 3s. Much to it?
There is. This green is tiny. It's minuscule. And you have what over to the right-hand side? Oh, yes, the Pacific Ocean. No, thank you. A par 3 here is an excellent score.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
The 6th hole got down the hill towards the ocean, and then the 2nd, the approach shot back up the hill.
There's no doubt about it, Luke. This is the beauty of it, though, is that you can mess it up in a hurry. This is a very difficult par 5. Don't make any bones about it.
Not able to find the green in 2, but a bold play.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Ooh, that almost went down. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. Yeah, fair effort. Putting for par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. We head across to the par 3 7th. We always talk about it in golf. It doesn't need to be a long one to be a great one.
Luke, this could be one of the most picturesque par 3s in all of golf. Who says great par 3s need to be more than 150 yards? Not a single one of them. I love this hole.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And that will take him to 3 under. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Oh, you've made it. What a play. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Well, after the beauty of the 7th, we go to the beast that is the 8th. Is there a tougher 2-shotter on the property?
Not to my knowledge, no. At just around 425 yards, you're going to lay up to the end of the fairway. No driver needed. But the 2nd shot is where it gets difficult. Downhill, a very small green. You knock it on here in 2, and you've done well.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. 2nd shot here on the 8th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Okay, that'll work.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Ooh. Well, that's a bit disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Pebble Beach has a terrific stretch of par 4 starting from the 8th right through to the end of the 11th. Let's take a look at the 9th.
This is an interesting hole because it wants to make you aim left. but there's a bunker there that you need to avoid. Funny enough, there's a lot more room out to the right than what you can see off the tee. A very strong par 4 to finish the front 9.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Nicely done.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
It was on a good line. And that should secure the par on this one. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Good shot there, Beamer. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. 13 feet to the hole. That one's come up short.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Oh, great shot. Holes out for a birdie. Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Well, Rich, we start to head home, but first we've got to head up the hill on this short par 4 11th.
Thankfully, a breather hole after the last few. This is just a 3-wood. Could be a driver up the hill. Second shot, very short, but beware, this green pitches severely from back to front. Watch the spin on your second shot.
It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
And he needs this to save par. Oh, so close. And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
The first of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one, not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And back to the play, shall we? Sitting at -1, just on the fringe of the top 10. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This is downhill, can't be too bold.
Oh, so close. This is a bogey putt coming up. Nice stroke. That was a gallant attempt. And this one will be for double bogey. Currently at +1 for the day. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Is that right? I think so. Oh, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. Okay, let's get back to the action. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here. Be the ball, Danny. No. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Getting ready to play their third. You like that, didn't you? This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Looking good. That's frustrating. An opportunity to make their par. Well holed. Let's move on. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Just a couple more inland holes before we head back to the ocean, Rich, the 15th.
Hitting it anywhere down the left-hand side off the tee will find one of those deep bunkers, so you need to avoid those. Hit it out to the right, which will leave a great second shot into this green.
This one needs to kick left. Not a bad approach, that one. Not quite inside the birdie range, but you never know. Hole a long one. Still counts. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Oh, I like the look of this. Oh, just missed. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Rich, the 16th, not a long par 4, but really requires some accuracy on approach.
It does. Lay up to the top of the hill, and you can look down on this green, which pitches severely from right to left. Just a wonderful short par 4.
Still a chance to attack this hole from the first cut. Hope it gets a good kick to the left. That was special.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Okay, steady now. A par putt awaits. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Let's head to 7, one of the most famous par 3s in all of golf, Rich.
Yes, just over 175 yards on the cart. It's a tale of 2 greens. When the pin is up front right, it's a birdie opportunity. Back left, find the green, make your 3, and sprint to the 18th tee box.
This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Ouch, that hurts. Putting for a par here. Not a bad line, this. Solid par putt, that. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short third shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
This one heading into the sand. And here we are with the 3rd shot. And this putt for a final score of 72. Just didn't drop. 7 feet to the cup. That's pretty tidy. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, Rich, after coming so close to going back-to-back, you just wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
I'm very impressed with how this player battled, trying to get that back-to-back win, coming up a little bit shy, nothing to hang your head about.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Going with the 8-iron here. Needs this one to kick right. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Good stroke. That will work. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Yeah, good effort, that one, out of the bunker. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out. Getting ready to play their third.
Pretty good shot there.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Currently 1 under for the event. The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right, requires a pretty accurate and solid strike.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
This putt is about 17 feet long.
They've got this putt to pull ahead of Justin Thomas. This group rivalry could get interesting.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Looking good so far.
He's in a share of 15th. The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished. Well, let's see how this shot goes from the fairway bunker. Oh, that one just missed the hole. From around 180 yards out. 4 strokes off the lead. Opting for the 5-iron. This is beautiful to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Well played. Oh, he'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but a safe strategy lays back before them. From around 120 yards here.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. This would be a great up and down. The dreaded shove always hurts on the greens. A par putt on the table. In she goes. Let's head to the next. The seventh here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole. The bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Ooh. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
You're kidding me. Did he hold that?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure. Great-looking shot, this.
Fought against the wind to stick that one.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Go to your home ball. Go to your home. Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. And back to the course with the live action. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. And that will take him to 2 under. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. And should find the surface. Oh, that's well played. And a chance for birdie here at the 9th.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look. This is on a great line.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Here we go, Rich. The back 9 on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these 2 go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these 2 compete.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
A little bit of breeze ruffling the old hair, and it's coming straight on.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Well, at least it's on the green. That's the positive. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Shame it didn't drop. And this putt coming up for his par. He's currently in a share of 6th. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Well struck. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. Nice little par putt here.
If it's up, it could be in. Nice little putt to hole, that one. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 12th for TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. Yeah, nicely played. And this putt to move into the top 5.
This one's tracking.
Was on a good line. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for a birdie here to really ignite your charge. Oh, I love the look of that. Couple back, Rich, and had the courage to get after it.
Couldn't come at a more opportune time as well. Currently 2 back. Make the eagle, tie for the lead.
Oh, so close. That's disappointing. Let's move 1 step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th. Ah, what a disappointment. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Currently at 3 under for the day. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Is that what they had in mind?
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
That's a touch of class.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
He's in a share of 10th position. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Sitting at 3 under par. Currently tied for 10th place. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. This one's online. Steady on. 5 feet coming up to the cup. That was a gallant attempt. Let's try and make this one. And only drop the 1 shot. And the putt drops. Now 2 under, heading down the stretch. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Welcome to the jungle, or as they call it here at TPC Scottsdale, the Stadium Hole par 316. It's just a short club, but you miss the green, and a chorus of boos will ring out. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Well, what a lovely putt to make. And that will take him to 3 under. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. That was clinical. Beautifully played.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
The penultimate hole at TPC Scottsdale's an absolute beauty. Do you go for it or lay up? A drive here that's just slightly pulled will find the hazard to the left. But if you're short right, a chance to get up and down for your birdie and really push for the title. Got all of that one, using all the power to try and take it deep under par.
That's exactly what I had done. Nobody wants to see somebody laying up on a par 4 that's drivable. Pull out the big stick.
That's frustrating. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away.
Looking for another birdie here.
A bit too much pace on that one. The only good thing about 3 putting for par is you don't drop a shot. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Birdied their last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under. Oh, just missed. And this putt for a final score of 68.
This really looks good.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And Henny, no win for this player, but they set a goal and accomplished it by performing better than their rival. They've got to be pleased with taking down Justin Thomas.
Oh, that's right, Luke. This player challenged JT and beat him. That takes a lot of confidence, but also a lot of skill to pull off. Congratulations to them.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. This is important. Big par putt here.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Sitting at 1 over for the day. We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Oh, that was so close to going in. Just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Ouch, that hurts. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. Here's Lexi Thompson. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This one could take a little bounce to the left. That's just inside the range. And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. It's tracking. And that's a master stroke. It not only improves their position in the field, but they're now ahead of their rival. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 8th place. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. And that's for a bogey. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Oh, stop it. What a shot. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
This is a good chance. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement off the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the Barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose your own adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Oh, well done. Trying to get to 2 under with this putt. This one's tracking. Well, the old hammer hands putt. 9 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his par.
Just a short putt remaining here. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
And unfortunately dropping back to level with the card. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. One of the most often discussed holes in all of golf is the par 4 10th here at Riviera Ridge. There's so much strategy.
It's either driver or 3-wood for every player in this field, but you better be good with distance because this green is very narrow.
Playing this shot from the sand. And from the greenside rough here. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
This is Lexi Thompson. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's started to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over her golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year. I'm blown away by the fact that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
This shot from about 190 yards out. 3 shots off the lead. Going with the 5-iron here. Oh, absolutely flushed. A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Just didn't drop. It's just about 3 feet away. Nicely holed. And for par. Rich, the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this one is for his par. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Straight out of the top drawer.
Reminds me of the song by the Tubes, She's a Beauty.
Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of this one. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hop it right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Here's Lexi Thompson. Well, that'll play. Well, that'll move her up the leaderboard as well. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dogleg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
This putt is for a share of second. It was on a good line. Big putt for par coming up. This looks good. Oh, that's a clutch par. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Well played, mate. Second shot here on the 17th hole. And here we are with the third shot. 4 shots behind our leader. This looks to be heading to the green. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? Let's catch up with the current proceedings. And this putt is to move into the top 5. Ooh. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. This one's looking good. Well holed. And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
Taking aim from around 190 yards here. 5 strokes behind our leader. That could play. And this putt to move into a tie for third. That was a gallant attempt. And this putt for a final score of 69. That's all she wrote, folks. His work is done here. And as we recap all our rivalry results, it's a big thank you to our gal on the ground, Henny Koyak, for bringing us all the action from this group today.
Thank you, Luke. The pleasure was all mine. I got to see some incredible shots and some not so good stuff, but what a day.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
When they last played, Xander had the edge, so I expect someone has something extra to prove out there this week.
Well, the only thing that really goes against Xander Schauffele is he doesn't win as often as he should. But every attribute in his game is just exceptional. You're talking about one of the best players out on tour. He's in a share of 9th place. Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
And in it goes for the par. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. This is a short par 4, always a fun hole to play.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh, that is bombed. Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Second shot here on the third. Yeah, that one will play. Always nice to have a birdie putt. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Wow, what a save.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Setting up now on a par 4. Sitting at 1 under the card, currently tied for 6th. Going with the hybrid. A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This is what they have left for bogey.
The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, what were your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Let's return to live play now. Chance to get 1 under the card with this putt.
Looking really good.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Putting for a par now.
On a nice line.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Trailing by 4 strokes. Ooh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big dog. Time to let it loose. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back.
Just a bit outside into the rough.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently 4 shots off the pace. Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt.
That starts off on a good line.
That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
That'll way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
You see that one ricochet off the tree? The pine needles can always be a 50-50 lie. Well, this should be unpredictable. And here we are with the third shot.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Sitting at -1, tied for 6th position. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Yep, tracking well.
They're nicely holed. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Didn't that look good for a long time? Getting ready to play their third. 5 shots off the pace. Great touch. Really nicely played.
Such soft hands.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe? That should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 9th. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. Oh dear, time to get the chipper back out. Time now for the 4th shot. Oh, so close. An opportunity to make a par here. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Big par saver coming up for this fella. That'll sting a bit.
It's a lot slower going up the hill than what this player read.
Sitting at 2 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Oh, that's a great shot. And a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet. Wow, that's misjudged. Par putt coming up here. Oh, just missed. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. Ah, that's a tad upsetting. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Attaboy, good shot. Second shot here on the 13th hole. Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Let's take a look at the current standings. How close was that to going down? Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. And after a birdie at the last, we take the honour on the hole. Time for the second shot at the 14th. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. Getting ready to play their third. And here we are with their 4th. Ooh, that almost went down. This one's for bogey. Ouch, that hurts. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Oh my. That's an unlucky break. It was right at it. And he's down there. You got to read.
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? Not sure if he got all of that one. It's going to come up short. And unfortunately, the shot limit has been reached on this hole. And this player is going to move on to the next.
That's really not what they were looking for.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
And here we are with the third shot. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And back to the play, shall we? Playing their 4th shot. Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine? And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. This lie's not great. Opting for the 5-iron. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Time now to forget the horrors of the last and focus on this next tee shot. Right into the water on that one. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Wind is going straight at his back.
Here's their 7th shot.
Wind straight down.
Splash. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 150 yards.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, a massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Okay, let's get back to the action. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Judging it beautifully.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Sadly, your time's up here, but that's all right. You've got another chance on the next hole. And now teeing off on the final hole of this round.
You've got to shake off that last hole, Luke. It was atrocious.
That's going to find the water, sadly. This is their 5th shot. Time for their 7th shot. That always looked wet, didn't it? Oh, when he's hit the shot limit on his final hole of the round, and that will mean his day has come to an end. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be rueing some poor mistakes.
Not what the player was hoping for.